Okay, all of these are also on the answer key, so I'm just going to top them out just a little bit. These guys here make a 90 degrees, which means that they're complementary. So I would say 2x plus x minus 15 is equal to 90. And then I would just solve, and I do get my 35 as my answer. And the reason is right angles are complementary. Again, I have the key there, so you can look at those a little bit more carefully. For these here, I can find this angle using linear angles. So that would be, what, 130 subtracted from the 180, so that would give me 50. And then I could use triangles equal 180 to give me that. So I would say 50 plus 40 plus x equals 180, and x is equal to 90. So two different reasons linear angles here are supplementary, and then triangles equal 180. Here, these are my parallel lines, and these are same side interior. Look, this is acute and this is obtuse. So they are not equal to each other, but they are supplementary. So I can add them together to equal 180. And our reason would be linear angles imply that same side interior angles are supplementary. And then x is equal to 40. For these here, these are linear angles, which means that this is acute and this is obtuse, maybe, but they're definitely not equal to each other. But I can add them together to equal 180 degrees. And again, that's because of linear angles are supplementary. So you do your algebra and you get your x is equal to 32. For this one here, I can find this angle by using linear angles are supplementary. That gives me my 46. I can then use these three triangles equal 180 to give me 51. And then I can use linear angles being supplementary again to equal 129. These guys here are vertical angles are congruent to each other, and so I set them equal to each other. And you can see they kind of even look equal to each other, so that helps us verify that that's probably right. And you get that x is equal to 50. These guys here are triangles equal 180, so you just simply set that plus that equals 180 to solve. And our last one is, again, triangles equal 180. So you're going to have this, plus this, plus this. All of those are equal to 180. So you need to combine your like terms and put your numbers together, and you get that x is equal to 10. Okay, again, I have the key online, so please check those out if you need it. These here, we are simplifying the radicals, meaning that we are rationalizing the denominator. So I need to multiply by root 6 over root 6. So that this will become a plain old 6, because that's root 36, which is just 6. But then I do want to reduce. So when I'm done reducing, I get that. Same thing here. So that gives you 2 root 5 over 5. But you see this one I can't reduce anything on, so I just leave it. Here, when I do that, these are both under the square root, so I can multiply them together. So I get 6 root 6 over plain old 2, but I can reduce, which gives me 3 root 6. Here, this is simplifying, so it's not rationalizing denominator. This is simplifying, which is root 9 times root 7. The reason I chose root 9 is it is a perfect square, and so the square root of 9 is 3, and the square root of 7 is the square root of 7. When I multiply this, I get root 50, but then I can break it out a better way, which would be our 25 and our 2. And root 25 is 5, and root 2 is root 2. I could have also broken it this way and said this was 5 and 2, which would have given me my root 2, and then root 5 and root 5 would have given me a 5. Lots of ways you can do that. This one here, what, 36 is a perfect square that goes in. So root 36 is 6, and then root 2.